What's good, YouTube? Because of Cobby here. So we have one from Heidi for you. This is more Farnsey. You guys know we fucking love Farnsey on here. John Farnham is one of the best artists I've ever heard in my entire life. He always has an important message inside of his songs. This one is from the Little River Band days. So that's really cool. We're going to get into one. I think we've done like maybe one or two that were from the Little River Band days already. But this one is another one, and Heidi requested it. So I appreciate you requesting an older John Farnham song. It's always awesome to get into his older songs. I think we've gone the whole way back at this point. We even went back to the one that's like crazy as fuck, that Sadie song, the song about Sadie, and then that performance switched to a separate song that I found the lyrics to. I forget what it was called, but there was also a deep song as well at the end of that concert after the Sadie song. So we've really gone through the whole period of time that John has been performing. We've seen each and every era. This one is late 80s for the performance, early 80s for when Little River Band put it out. So I'm very interested to see what we get with this. Heidi, thank you for your request. If you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe for me. We talk about mental health, addiction, world issues, everything in between. We break down all the lyrics, the instrumentation, stage performance. You guys already know I love John's band so much. The whole band is talented. The backing vocalists are always dancing and having an awesome vibe. It's a fucking awesome vibe with the John Farnham show. So I appreciate this request. And if you guys are going through anything in your life, mental health problems, addiction problems, you're just having a stressful time, please join us in the live chats and the premieres. Come hang out, cheer yourself up. If you want to talk about what you're going through, please reach out to us. All of us have been through things here, and we pulled ourselves out of those holes. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, I should say. Both of them, drugs and alcohol. Drugs has been like 4 years nearly now. Very close to 4 years. We're closing in on that. And alcohol is about to be 13 months for me. So we all know about recovery and getting yourself out of dark places, mentally, physically, whichever side of it you're on. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you're comfortable with doing that. We will be here for you. I fucking promise you that. We will be here to the best of our ability to make sure that you can make the proper decisions for yourself moving forward and give you some advice on how to make your life better and the directions you can go to get the help that you need. That's what we're all about on here. So we're going to get into this one. I'm very excited for more Farnsey, because of Cobby. A reaction video a day or 3. Keep the doctor away. Fuck those apples. This is John Farnham, Down on the Border, 1987.
I have had the best year of my life.
Yeah.
And thank you. No, I didn't say for that. I just wanted to let you know. It's been bloody fantastic. Thank you very much.
Good.
Here's a song that we recorded with the lovely. This was
man.
the first single we had. It was a big hit all over the country.
We've had a pretty fucking great year too, ain't we? We've had a pretty fantastic year on here. We're closing in on we're close to a year back on here making videos now. We're closing in on that. It's crazy to think that I've been back for that long, because I did have a hiatus when I was struggling with my alcoholism. I didn't want to get on here and try to talk to people every single day. It did not seem like a good idea. And I believe wholeheartedly that you guys would agree with me on that you would not have wanted to see that. So we are here now, right? And it took a little while, but we're nearly a year back into this now, closing in on it very, very soon. Wow, that's crazy to think about. I appreciate you guys. It's been a great fucking year with y'all.
In other words, join in, okay?
Ooh. Okay.
I just got back from the border, and what I saw made me know for sure.
Okay. Okay.
I had a dream about New Orleans, Jackson Square. I heard a prayer down in New Orleans.
okay. He said, I just got back from the border, and what I saw made me know for sure we're out of order. I had a dream about New Orleans. At Jackson Square, I heard a prayer. Down to New Orleans. Damn, man. John is always talking about other places other than where he is from, shouting out other places in the world. You can tell he's well traveled, he's seen a lot of the world. Even this early into his career, he had already been around all of these places and seen so much of the world and held a lot of knowledge about his surroundings, which is fucking awesome. Shout out New Orleans. New Orleans has produced some of the greatest fucking musicians that have ever breathed a breath of air, right? Like, the list from New Orleans is like hundreds long when it comes to great artists that have come out of there. Dax Riggs is one of my personal favorites. More Homa area, I believe it's Homa or Halma is how it's pronounced. Really small kind of town from what I've heard, but that's where Acid Bath and Dax Riggs initially originated, was that area, New Orleans area. It's very fucking awesome, the different styles of music that have come out of there. You also got a lot of like blues and swing that comes out of there back in the old days. A lot of swing kind of music going on, big band kind of stuff. New Orleans is known for that kind of stuff. Very, very epic kind of musical culture filled with vibrant emotion, and many different cultures from around the world come from New Orleans, especially musically. It's admirable, and I like that John shouted out New Orleans in this.
On the run, there's a life for living, but the people there, they just don't care. No, they're living their life like a millionaire down on the border.
Said on the run, there's a life for living, but the people there, they just don't care. Living their life like a millionaire down on the border. Oh, is he talking about currency flipping? Is that what he's talking about there, right? Where if you, because I do believe that the American dollar, I'm not sure about now, but I know at one point the American dollar was worth a whole lot if you cross the border with it, right? And that's a big thing that would happen. Like, people would come save up a bunch of money here and then go live like millionaires over the border, right? Which is fine. By all means, fucking get your bag and go. Get it, man. I support it. But the thing is, it's very difficult when it comes to the process that we have now. It's like, I don't know what we have going on when it comes to the border exactly. There's just a lot of undocumented shit going on, which isn't good economically, essentially. Like, all the under the table work and stuff that has to get done, it might not be good for the economy. I believe everybody should be able to live and cross into anywhere, because I don't believe in borders, but we live in a world where there's a fuck ton of borders and laws and shit like that. We've talked about it extensively on here before with artists like Low Key, and Akala even, I believe, brought it up as well, that borders are just lines drawn on a fucking map and it shouldn't matter in the first place, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. But at the same time, the way the system is set up, when the borders are crossed illegally, it fucks shit up for the entire economy because of the way the system's set up. And now it's affecting everybody, and that's when you get people getting pissed off about it and that sort of thing. Personally, I think the borders shouldn't exist, and I think that people should be able to freely go places, and that the government should not be here or there and different everywhere, essentially. I don't think that, like, it's beneficial to separate everything like that. We need to, like, focus on the whole world, really. Like, we have a whole planet here of people that are just trying to live and trying to be peaceful and have some harmony inside of their lives and survive properly. When you put the politics and economics and borders into all of it, it causes conflict, it causes division, causes the collapse of fucking economic systems, because now we have all this undocumented damage happening, is what I'll call it, I guess. It's just damaging the economy because there's so much undocumented stuff going on. if the borders weren't fucking implemented and the power structures weren't there in the first place, there would be no fucking reason for that to happen. That's how I feel about it. But we are where we are. What are you going to do about it? Going to rip all the borders up off of the map and tell them no? I don't know if that's an option for us at this point. Maybe we'll get there, though.
Never seen me in old Iran. The women that don't know who I am in old Iran.
So he's telling you places, right? Like New Orleans, he said crossing the border living like a millionaire, right? He's telling you these scenarios that were good there. They could be good scenarios for a person, right? On the run, there's a life for living, but the people there, they just don't care is a hard line, too. Those two lines are hard. I like that. But he said, you'll never see me in old Iran. The women there don't know who I am in old Iran. He's saying, it's not safe for me to go there. They don't know who I am. I'm not going. Right? That's what he's saying. He's like, if they knew me, I might go, but they don't know me, so I ain't going over there. Right? He's like, I don't think that's a good idea for me. Man.
The people there will cut your hair down in Singapore.
He's talking about the same fucking thing I was just talking about. How everything's different rules and shit everywhere. So it's like, if you're from one culture, you have to read like a fucking law book before you go somewhere else. Because it'll be so easy to fuck around and get yourself in trouble when all the laws are so different everywhere. You might as well buy a law book for wherever you're going and just read the whole thing. As boring as that would be, right? But that's what he's talking about there, right? All the separation between the different laws and shit in different places and why he won't go to some of them. He says, I won't go to Singapore. The people there will cut your hair in Singapore, right? Yeah. Pretty sure that you could get, like, go to jail for spitting gum out on the ground in Singapore or something like that, right? It's like very, very strict, right? If you spit like gum out, or I don't even know if you're allowed to, I don't even think they're allowed to chew it in public, actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's a law in Singapore. So they're not allowed to chew gum in public, and if they get caught spitting it out, it's basically a death sentence. Like, that's serious shit right there. I'm not even joking. Like, that's how it is in Singapore. It's very, very strict there. And he's saying, I ain't trying to go there. I'm going to get myself in trouble. That's what he's saying. He's like, I'm too free spirited for that. I'm going to get myself in trouble just walking down the street in a place like that. Man.
On the street there's a line of man, but they'll never know about the freedom show.
He said, on their streets there's a life of plenty, but they'll never know about the freedom show. Man, that is sad, dude. It's unfortunate that there's people that are born into places where they don't even know what the fuck it feels like to be free, right? Plenty of places in the world that have that style of government, man. I feel for those people. I really do feel for those people. You can't help where you're born, and sometimes it's very difficult to get out of there. Even if it isn't the best thing for you, and even if it's not the best place, it's very difficult to get out of those places sometimes. Oh, man. It's unfortunate. John's keeping it a fucking stack with this one. He's keeping it real. I love those highs that he just hit there. That was fucking nice. He said they built a wall at the border not to keep us out, but to leave no doubt they're out of order. That is deep right there. John, you gotta chill. Holy hell, bro, that is so deep. He said that wasn't to keep us out, it was to leave no doubt that they're out of control. Oh my god, bro. That is fucking insane, dude. That is insane. I can't believe it, man. John is crazy, man. John is a wild one, isn't he? He really says it as it is. I appreciate his honesty and the way that he words things. It's fucking amazing. He said, and all the people who are trapped within serve to show just how far we'll go and how dumb we've been. He's saying these people will stand inside of a trap and watch it get built and not walk out before it's there. That's what he said there. He's like, you decided to stay behind the fucking wall and watched it get built, and you didn't escape. I think that's what he's saying there, right? He's like, oh, that's fucking dumb. That'll just serve to show exactly how far we'll go and how dumb we've been. Damn, man. John is on it. He really is. I love the way that he words things. Like I said, he's very honest and very blunt. He keeps it real, and he has seen enough of the world to be able to talk about these things at this level of bluntness. I really, really love how John takes his real life experiences and the real places that he's been and involves it into the messages of society that he likes to write for his songs. Very, very beautiful right here. He just said something real fucking important right there. He said, at the top, life looks so easy, but they'll never know what they'll never know. He said, you ain't gonna get to the place where you're gonna figure that out. That's what he said there. He said, it looks easy to you, but if you walked into one of those rooms for even 30 minutes, your head would roll off of your fucking shoulders and down the hallway. That's what he's saying. He's like, your brain would check the fuck out and be like, nope, I'm out of here. Right? Oh, God. He ain't wrong, man. He ain't fucking wrong about that at all. They'll never know what they'll never know. It looks easy at the top, but I can assure you, anywhere even remotely close to it or near it, no. It's not even close to easy. It's a fucking lot of hustle, a lot of work, and a lot of consistency to maintain that, right? Boy, oh boy.
They're much too busy, all they know from the border. Come on now, from the border, down on the border, yeah, down on the border.
Said they're much too busy counting all their dough from the border down on the border. He said they got that money from the border. Now they're counting it on the down on the border. He says, I love that play right there. That switch up that he did there. That's really witty. That's cool.
See you next year. Drive carefully. Good night.
That was an epic performance, man. I really enjoyed that a whole lot. I fuck with John, man. John's always got the greatest vibes, I swear. I love it, dude. Thank you, Heidi, for this request. I'm glad we did this one. That was an epic performance. John's voice was amazing. I love those stretched high notes that he hit in certain spots. I love whenever he hits that upper register. Backing vocals on point as always. The band sounded amazing. Great vibe to it. Just a nice rock and roll bluesy kind of tune with power vocals inside of it and an upbeat style of tempo. I enjoy songs like this. So thank you, Heidi, for this one. We always love it when we get into some Farnsey on here, man. And there's still a lot of Farnsey to go, so we are not short on that. We will have plenty more Farnsey for you guys in the future. We've been covering them for a few months now, and I have been nothing but impressed when it comes to his music. I appreciate you guys tuning in. The original video will be in the description. As always, subscribe to John Farnham. Support all the artists we have on the channel. That's what we do this for. Get the music out into the world, relate it to our own lives. We can discuss some issues that go on in the world, get to know each other better. Like I said before, if you're going through anything in life, whether it's addictions or mental health, or you're just struggling and having stressful times in your life, join us in the premieres and the live chat. Hang out with us, cheer yourself up a little bit. If you want to talk about what you're going through, let us know. We'll provide some advice for you. Like I said before, we've all been through things. We've all pulled ourselves out of dark places. And we have plenty of advice that we can offer for you to better yourself inside of your life. I know how hard it can be in this world, and we're here to provide a positive community and blessings to each other each and every day that we get on here and hang out. I appreciate you guys building this with me so much. Thank you for supporting me on my own recovery journey. It really means the world, and y'all's advice has helped me out a whole lot over the last nearly a year now. We're heading towards a year back on here, like I said, and I couldn't be more grateful than to be on here doing this with you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you have done to help build this community up and supporting not only all of the artists that we have on here, but supporting my recovery journey. You guys support my music as well, and it means the whole fucking world to me that we can get on here and do this every single day. So we're going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. I'm Vakasa Kavi. A reaction video a day or 3. Keep the doctor away. Fuck those apples. Leave a like for me. Comment those suggestions. Subscribe up this way. Bang the notification bell for me. I'll see you guys in the next ones. I love you so much. Have a beautiful one. Thank you for everything. Peace.